Yo, so why do you think most people that try business don't actually go ahead and be successful at it or continue it for a long time?
I feel like, well, firstly, as everyone knows, there's only a select few individuals that can actually be successful with business, right?
Why do you think that is though?
It's because those people that are successful with business have hunger. They're hungry. They're hungry for the results, right? They understand why they want to get into business. Most people nowadays want to get into it for the flex, whatever. But real people want to get into business so they can
And
build
also,
something long term.
I think it's because they keep on going when they're, like so I think it's X amount of failures to reach success.
Yeah.
So they're gonna keep on failing, right? Mm-hmm. But the guys that are actually gonna make it, they're gonna keep on failing, but they're still gonna continue.
Yeah.
They aren't gonna stop. Whereas most people, they think business is an easy journey.
Yeah.
Because online it's made to look like an easy journey.
Yeah, 100%.
Most people online are flexing. They're like, this is easy, e-com money, fucking trading money, Wi-Fi money, location freedom. It's just like all these buzzwords. Everyone's just saying all these buzzwords, right? But I think what business is you're gonna fail so many times, and eventually something's gonna work. So if you keep telling yourself it's gonna work eventually, it will work eventually.
Talk about one of your experiences with failing and.
So my main thing was I got banned on payment processes.
Yeah.
So on Shopify payments I got banned. So I kind of got into I made some easy money with TikTok ads, right? But I didn't actually understand business. So I scaled very quickly, and Shopify payments obviously didn't like that because it was high risk. They saw too many orders and
revenue was spiking
too much. Yeah, so obviously they banned me. And that's where that was my first setback, and I had to overcome that. So what I did.
How old were you at the time, bro?
Bro, I was I must have been 15 or 16, and back then I had no connections, no friends, no one to really ask. So I was on Discord asking loads of people, calling everyone that I knew, asking them what to do. And most people were like, okay, make a LLC, make a LTD, or use someone else's name. I was 16, I didn't know that many people. I didn't know exactly how to get payment processing, how to have good relationships with the payment processors.
Yeah.
Where you're scaling slowly, you have to do £500 a day, £100 a day for a long period of time for your orders. Show that payment processor that you're a reliable person and scale up slowly. If they see a spike, you're doing 20K, suddenly, imagine a week later everyone charges back. They've already paid you out. They already paid you out. So that payment processing company is going to be in a loss.
Yeah.
So obviously they don't want you. And also, these payment processing companies are processing millions and millions. They don't care about your 20K.
20K,
Yeah.
But I can't lie, I've had the same experience with my boy, right? So I've had a lot of issues with payment processors, and it's been fried. And it's simply because, when you're scaling at a rapid rate, that you're instantly going to get flagged, right? Because most payment processors are used to just, and people doing, like you said, £500 days, £1,000 days, whatever, building trust, and then scaling at a slow rate. If you instantly get into the game, like what we were doing, we got into the game, we're running pump and dump products, and we're thinking, this is green, right?
Yeah.
But we didn't actually understand that when you start scaling fast, really, really fast, you're going to get banned because you're literally high risk to the payment processor, right? But there's a lot of things that go into business.
It's all about resilience, and every time you fail, you should have you should be able to do it again and again and again and fail again and again and again, and just know that it'll eventually work.
So I feel like what a lot of people do as well is when they fail, they blame it on other things. So someone will, for example, most people, if they're in our position when their payment processors got banned, they'll blame the payment processing company and be like, this company's crap, I'm going to go use Square, I'm going to go use Airwallex, I'm going to go use Quantum, whatever the fuck it is, right? But realistically, you should put every single loss, you need to be blaming it on yourself. If you go to blame on other people, then it then becomes cool, you don't know how to come back from your losses and you don't know how to learn from it, right?
Yeah. And I think your business is you owe it some time before you see any success. When you see real success, you owe it a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of failures, and that's when you're going to see success in business.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Yeah, but that's the thing with people. They don't like to wait. This is why no one makes bread.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone gives up. Everyone has their first failure, they'll give up. They don't understand that you're going to have to fail, learn from your failures, and then eventually you'll succeed.
That's what I'm saying. Hella people get into the business game. They're kind of the worst people, and it's not even their fault, but it's the worst people is when they come in, they scale a pump and dump product, they make bread, and they just blow everything. Like
They blow
they
everything,
blow
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Like I know a lot of people.
To be honest, that was me kind of at the start because everyone said spend more and you'll make more. Spend more and you'll make more. So I started spending a lot, and then I wasn't making as much.
Yeah, no, I can't like this. Spend more, make more makes sense, but
To a certain extent.
to a certain extent. Obviously, like if you're going to fucking, like if you're like traveling 24/7, like Miami, like what you were doing, but like
Yeah.
Miami, this and that, but like you had no fucking store. You had
Yeah,
no
yeah,
store running. You had no systems in the back end. That's happened to me when I went to Thailand. I went there to lock in. I made zero money because I had no systems. I had nothing running.
Yeah.
So I'm spending money to go on holiday for content, but I have nothing actually going for me in the back end.
But you see what it is with that. I think I'm happy. I'm happy I did that shit because that taught me. No, that but okay, yeah, sure. I made like a shit ton of connections when I went Miami, when I went Dallas, when I went to Jake Paul after party. I made a shit ton of connections, sure. But also, I'm happy I learned that lesson now rather than later.
Yeah,
Because I did that with a small amount, and obviously we don't have like insane bills. We don't have people to take care of. We don't have kids.
Yeah.
We don't have all of that shit. So I'd rather do that shit now, learn from my mistakes while I'm young, and not repeat those mistakes when I'm older.
100%.
Yeah.
100% because like, obviously everyone's blowing a bit of money. Like, everyone's blowing a bit of money.
Yeah, you're gonna see some money and you're obviously gonna blow it.
Yeah. Like, but I know a few people who are like, so I've blown a lot of money, right? But I'm happier blowing that money, like you said, at a very young age, because if it happened later, we would be cooked.
Yeah.
We would be cooked. Yeah. Imagine a 23, 24, fully grown man blowing money. You're fried, right? And I know people who are around that age that have blown money in the past and it's not ended well. You want to be 23, 24 with a house and a car, living an actual comfortable life, not living, like not blowing the last money, or not blowing money you just made. bro, you have to cut that out. I can't lie.
Keep that in, bro. Keep that
Shit, what was watching that, bro? That's right. But nah, yeah, but like you can't blow bread. Like, I mean, it's gonna happen, but you have to overcome it somehow.